me a money-back guarantee. Oh, come on, Bowling Green, Ohio. Might need a little super glue on that one. Woo! Uh-oh. Telephone call. Hey, brothers, let's head over to number 2 real quick. Yeah. Number 2 is one of my favorites. You guys ready? The largest member of the Weasel family. Sorry about that. Oh wait! It's alright, we are U&M fans. Alright, brother. Pump that up for a minute. Woo! I'll catch my breath for a second before I go to the Axis. Everybody having a good time tonight? Told you it's a little bit different. What does this have to do with Jesus? Absolutely nothing. Has absolutely nothing to do with Jesus. But what it does have everything to do with is the fact that people will come to see this, just like you. And there's a reason that we do this. Because I am not out to be a Christian entertainment program. Amen. Me and my team are out to win the lost to Jesus Christ. Nobody will come to church unless they're going to see blood, destruction, or violence. And we go out into the schools and we perform feats of strength for the schools, and then we come back into the church at night, and then the restrictions are off. We can talk about Jesus Christ all we want. And that is the mission field that my father's put me into this year. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get the business end of this out of the way because I've got a message tonight that God's like killing me to get out. So, where's Brittany? Brittany, can I have one of them envelopes, honey? Yes. Everybody put their hands together for Brittany. And thank you very much for Pastor Bob. Yes. For bringing me in. And this congregation. You guys were wonderful for bringing us in. Now this is what I call the envelope of hope. The reason being is when we broke away from the power team. See, the power team charges $1,000 per school assembly. Stand Strength team charges $800 per school assembly. Next Generation Power Force charges $500 per school assembly. When I broke out from that, God told me that the church, or the schools that need you the most, the poorest areas in America that need you the most, and in your own Jerusalem, cannot afford to bring you in, and they're the ones that need us the most. So we're going to let the church supply your need, and the church is going to send you forth. So basically what we did is we created a ministry that is free of charge to all the public schools. Now, just to give you an idea of where we came from, January we were in Monroe, Michigan. We did school assemblies in 9 separate schools. We were in front of 20,000 students. In a 4-night crusade, we had a total attendance of slightly over 6,000 people. We had 1,000 first-time commitments for Christ. We just went into Tecumseh, Michigan. We were in a little bitty church, about the size of this. We did school assemblies all over. 4 of the principals came up to me, and the first thing that they said when we walked into that school is, "How do you guys do this?" And we can't tell them the church sponsors us. We tell them a local business sponsored us. And that's how we got in here. As soon as you mention Jesus, right out the door, they won't have anything to do with you. So the principal gave me a hug when we were done, and she said, if it wouldn't have been for you guys, we wouldn't have had a school assembly this year because we are broke. That night, she came, a whole pile of her students came, and every last one of them got met at the altar and accepted Christ as their Savior. The one that gets me the most, and I want you to listen to this. I've got a letter that I'm going to read from a little girl, but I want you to listen to this. There was a grandparent that came up to my wife and I. He said that his grandson was an atheist. His grandson was 16 years old, and his parents were the leaders. I can't really say it's the atheist religion in Monroe. It is a religion. But these people are scientists. They think they are. They ignore all the real evidence and take only the evidence that fits what they want. This one guy, the guy is the head of the Atheist Society for Southeast Michigan. His son got to see us at a school assembly, and his grandpa got to take him to us. His parents didn't know who we were or what we were about. They came in there, and that night, that child came forward and accepted Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. Father asked us if we could all pray, so the church and everybody else. He's terrified that if the parents find out that he'll never see his grandson again, but I know God's going to protect him. I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to protect him. But the one thing that I'd like to put here is in your prayers, let it be that that 16-year-old boy is the shining light that leads his parents to the truth of Jesus. I don't know who you are or where it is or what you can afford. I'm not going to sit up here and flick my frizzy hair and tell you that you're going to grow rich if you give to my ministry. It's not going to happen like that. I'm not a TV evangelist. I'm not going to tell you you're rich. I'm not going to tell you you're going to be rich. What I'm trying to tell you is I am going out to storm the gates of hell in America's school, and I'm taking 8 of my friends with me. This year we were ranked as the #1 school assembly in the United States of America. That's not bad for a group of 8 evangelists. We have school assemblies lined up in Flint, Michigan in 2 weeks. We have them in Southeast Michigan and Trenton. We're then going to North Carolina, to Raleigh, North Carolina, where we have a week-long crusade. We're going to another part of Ohio. Brothers and sisters, we're storming the gates of hell, and we're asking you to partner with us. That's all we're asking for. I don't know if you want to give by check, just make it out to Sons of Thunder. If you want to give by Visa or MasterCard, there's room on there. If you want a receipt, we're 501c3, and you want a tax write-off, make sure you fill out your name and your address, because I can't decipher it sometimes. Just make sure it's legible, please.